Thumper. Thumper is an amazing, incredibly fast rhythm violence game created by the team at Itro. You play as a metal beetle-looking thing as you hurtle through some form of, honestly, hentai nightmare space, as you attempt to defeat strange tentacle monsters and at the end of each level, a giant skull. The game has 9 levels, each with multiple segments. This might not seem like much, but when one level is comprised of 20 to 30 segments, it gets to be a pretty long game. Also, once you finish the main game, you can play the Play Plus mode, where you are a golden beetle which will travel faster and earn you more points, but if you die at any point during the 9 levels, you'll restart from the beginning, and you also cannot regen your armor. I'll get to that later. The game's health is divided into 2 parts. Once you take damage, you lose your armor, which can be regenerated under the right circumstances. If you get damaged a second time, you will die, having to restart that section of the level. In Thumper, much like other rhythm games, you travel along a path dodging obstacles using the mechanics you learn throughout the game. You learn the mechanics you need at a rate of 1 per area. The ones I currently know of are bouncing, which is where you bounce on small light globe things, killing them to increase your score. Some of these can be empowered, regenerating your armor when you hit them. This is also used as the way you hurt a boss, bouncing on very obvious, special, very bright lights. Most of the time missing a light globe won't matter, but later on in the game, missing one will make it so that you get hit by a giant laser. Turning, which is where you rotate your beetle in order to make it around the corner of the track, failing to do so will damage you. Ducking, which is where you hunker down in order to use your armor to deflect a red bar. Failing this, you will get damaged. Flying, which is where you use the air you get from bouncing in order to fly through the air. Use this in order to increase your score by destroying rings, and you can also fly in order to fly over spikes. If you fail this, once again, you'll take damage. Slamming. Slamming is done after you fly. You can slam down onto a light when landing, and this can do 2 things. For one, it will destroy a boss's shields that will otherwise bounce your damaging shots right off, and second, if there are no shields, it will power up one of the next lights which can be bounced on in order to regen your armor. And lane changing. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, you can figure it out. You need to master all of these techniques if you want to beat the level's bosses, and of course, the giant skull, which in order to beat you have to beat multiple rows of complex maneuvers. The game is set to an amazing soundtrack, and this is synced to what you need to do at the time, so bouncing will generally be your baseline. There's some experience in playing other rhythm games, such as OS and Audio Surf 2. This game was relatively easy for me to pick up on, but for other players that aren't experienced in the genre, I can see how this will be quite a difficult game, as its difficulty ramps up very, very fast. You also don't realise how complex all the things you were doing are. As when I was recording this footage, I thought what I was doing was pretty simple. Not dangerously difficult, but looking back at this, how in the heck did I do this? A small side note that I can't really comment on because I don't have the system for it, the game is also compatible with VR, which looks pretty cool. You can currently get it on Steam for $19.99 USD. I have played 2 hours of it, and have loved every second. I've finished 5 of the 9 levels without even touching Play Plus. And I am rating this game a 10 out of 10, as I simply cannot think of any notable flaws within it. Anyway, thank you for watching another review, and please subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next one. How am I doing this? The game has 9 levels, each with multiple segments, and this might... The game has 9 levels, each with multiple segments. That's not high energy. The game has 9 levels, each with multiple segments, but when one level is comprised of like... Don't go off script. The game's health is decided? Good one, me. Decided. Not divided. Decided. The game's health is decided. Okay, I need to change that right now. God damn you, me. Divided. There we go. You learn the mechanics. You flying, which is where you get in the air. I really should learn to rehearse before I go straight for the recording. Some of these can be empowered. Repeat. Are you serious? Human body? I was going so well.